So what is up, guys? It is Nisha here today, and I got a little treat for you guys. And today we're going to be talking about some OCG deck list involving Subterrors and Zefyrus that have topped over the past weekend. And so these came up on Facebook, and I was like, oh snap, let me just get some of these deck profiles because they do look a little spicy. Starting off here, this is going to be another deck, like one of the decks that we're seeing, but we're seeing one of these people play Lord Gaia the Fierce Knight to stop the secret tech to stop Gateway of Chaos, because like the whole reason why Gateway of Chaos is so good with set rotation is because a lot of decks don't have a searchable target, so they can't activate the set rotation. And because of set rotation, the Gateway of Chaos, they can't activate the Gateway of Chaos after getting set rotationed, and so because of that, they're not able to activate another field spell themselves until they either get their own set rotation or until they get rid of the face down Gateway of Chaos, which can obviously be a problem for a lot of decks. So if you're playing a target, and this is in the main deck, you're playing an applicable target in the main deck, it won't hurt you as hard because everybody only plays one Gateway of Chaos anyway. So and also if you draw a Gateway of Chaos yourself, it's gonna brick in your hand. So having it so that you can activate it, search a target, and still not really go minus for drawing it is also pretty good. So yeah, that's that's a pretty cool tech. But starting off with the first deck list of the day, we have bare minimum Subterrors. Like a lot of deck lists in the OCG. If you've been following Robbie Cole and his series on the OCG deck list, you have seen Subterrors played at their bare minimum. But dear God, I have not seen it played to this extent. So in this deck list, we don't even have any behemoths, we don't have any Nemesis Warrior, just Fiendess and Guru, one Cave Clash, and double Final Battle. So going over the deck list is triple Subterror Guru, triple Fiendess, one Gofu, double Retaliating Seed, definitely for those Spiral matchups, double Maxi, and then triple of all of the Ghost Sisters. I don't know what else to call them. Ghost Sisters, yeah. Ghost Ogre, Cherries, and Ash Blossom. Triple Hidden City, one Defense Zone, I think it is. I forgot its exact effect, but I know it protects. I think it protects back row if your monster is in that same column, or like vertical column. So it's like if you have a monster in a zone, the spell and trap card in that zone under it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. I think that's what it does. And actually, that can be a pretty solid mix with Subterror, Guru, and Final Battle, which I'll get a little into later. One Gateway of Chaos, triple set rotation, one Terraforming, one Subterror Cave Clash, which on my Subterror deck profile last week, I was having a conversation with someone about it. And he was like, oh, like this deck profile is good, but I don't like the Cave Clash. And I'm like, really? I mean, Cave Clash is like a real solid card for the deck because it lets you loop your Fiendesses. And he's like, like if you're looping your Fiendesses, you're in a position to win anyway. And I'm just like, maybe, maybe not. It also works well with a Defense Zone because if it's under your Guru has to, like for Guru to activate, you have to control another face-up Subterror card to search Subterror cards. So having Cave Clash under Guru so that every time you flip over Guru, you would search a Subterror card, and your Cave Clash wouldn't be able to be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects is also a pretty solid combo. Triple Scapegoat, obviously, for those free Link monsters. Pretty much the same reason you run Gofu. Double Pot of Desires for draw power. Double Subterror Final Battle. It's like everything Subterror needs is like put into a single trap card. The only problem is that it's a trap card. But, as a plus side, it gets to recycle itself because it never really leaves a field unless it's destroyed by a card effect. Double Solemn Strike and one Solemn Warning. Now, I haven't seen an extra deck for this deck, but I really don't think I need to see an extra deck to know how the deck would work. Honestly, you're just playing cherry targets and link monsters. That's all you're playing. Mrs. Radiance, Decodes, Proxy Dragons, just a whole bunch of link monsters that you can summon off of Gofu and Scapegoat, and cherry targets. That's all you're playing. in your extra deck. And side deck, I really don't think this needs a side deck. This looks like a deck that doesn't need a side deck. So yeah, bare minimum Subterrors topped an OCG event. So it's pretty cool, but it's just it's just really funny at the same time to see Subterrors top like this. So next up, we have a Zephyrus Subterror build, which honestly I haven't seen before, which is real interesting. So starting off, we have there's a glare in some of the cards, so I'm gonna just tell you them. We have triple Zephyrus, triple Zephyrus, double Zephraxi, one of the Zephyr tellers, I forgot his name, but I know he's the one that pops face up cards. One Supreme King Gate 0, and one Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, which is a real solid card for like searching pendulum. Like if you need a pendulum scale, like Darkworm is like a real solid engine to play. So the behemoths here are Phosphor Glacier and Umastrix, and one Subterror Nemesis Warrior. Triple Armageddon Knight, a single Destrudo, triple Ash Blossom, triple Cherries, double Max D, one Chi-Wind, and one Glow Up Bulb for the monster lineup. For the spell lineup, we have triple Set Rotation, triple Oracle of Zefra, 2 Hidden City, 1 Dragon Ravine, 1 Chicken Game, which I think it's funny that they still have that. Triple Zephyr Providence, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Terraforming, 1 Rhoda, 1 Zephyr War, 1 Zephyr Divine Strike, and 1 9 Pillars of the Yangtzing. So the strategy in this deck, I think the only reason you're playing the behemoths is also for I guess it's kind of just to have this little Destrudo engine as well, because Phosphor Glacier its flip effect is that you get to send any card you want from your deck to your graveyard. So having a little engine where you can get that quickly with like Nemesis Warriors, so you activate your Hidden City, summon out your Nemesis Warrior, you tribute 2 monsters, you set your Phosphor Glacier from the deck, flip summon it every turn, you get a way to mill out your Destrudo. But if that doesn't work for you, you have yourself a Rhoda and triple Armageddon Knight, so you're just getting to this Destrudo as quick as possible. And so you're getting into these Ancient Fairies, you're searching more field spells, and the more field spells you get, the more Subterrors you can search, the more Zephyrs you can search. It all synergizes well together if you think about it. So this is a real solid build. It did top an OCG event. I don't know if it was a locals or like a regional or something, but still, it's real easy to understand why something like this would top regardless. And just having the Zephyr cards that can pop cards, and Zephraxi can make easy synchros, and Darkworm can make pendulum scales easily. So it all works together. And for the side and extra deck, starting with the extra, I think our first row is cherry. Well, not entirely cherry targets, but we know Double Helix is a cherry target. Decode Talker, Code Talker, Mrs. Radiant, Dark Law, Leo, Chowfang, Double Ancient Fairy, and a Black Rose for those Destrudo targets. 1 Danglong, 1 Natureary Beast, 1 Herald of Arclight, 1 Gaga Cowboy, and 1 Abyss Dweller. So I think it's just seeing Danglong in these lists. It just makes me real. It just makes me real sad that it's banned into TCG. Like, they couldn't just keep it at 1. They just had to straight ban it. Like, oh man. And for the side deck, we actually see a little Subterror engine here with Cave Clash, Gurus, Fiendess, and Final Battle. So, kind of what the first deck kind of had going on. I wonder if he ever actually cited that in. That'll be that's something I would like to ask this player. But we have 1 Zephyr and Pilica, and 1 Pilica. It's pretty much the same monster. Double Gamciel, 1 Effect Veiler, double Wavering Eyes, double Ghost Ogre, 1 Cave Clash, double Guru, double Fiendess, and 1 Final Battle. So, Subterrors do get their little own negate engine. So, including, Zephyrus having access to these counter trap cards real easily because of stuff like Zephyr Providence, Zephyraf, and Zephyr Neu. If need be, you can also side in this Subterror stuff. So this is a pretty cool deck list that I think I don't think we can translate this to the TCG. Well, actually, yeah, you probably can. As long as you aren't focusing around Denglong too much, I think this is a real solid build for the TCG as well. And lastly, we have the last Zephyr build, which is, funny enough, using the same Zephyr monster lineup and trap lineup, just using, a little bit more hand traps than, the Subterror build. And no, oh yeah, there's a Destrudo right there. I almost lost track of it. So triple Zephyrus, triple Zephyr Neo, 2 Zephraxi, 1 of the Stellar Knight guy that pops face up, triple Draconet, 1 Galaxy Serpent, 1 Chiwen, 1 Darkworm, 1 Gate Zero, 1 Destrudo, triple Ash Blossom, double Ghost Ogre, only 1 Cherries, double Maxi, triple Cyframe Gear Gamma, 1 Cyframe Gear Driver. I mean, just not Cyframe Gear, but Cyframe Driver. 1 of the Gaia, Lord Gaia, the Fierce Knight, which we did talk about earlier. Triple Oracle Zefra, triple Zephyr Providence, triple Set Rotation, 1 Terraforming, 1 Gateway Chaos, 1 Dragon Ravine, and the 3 negates. Except for War isn't a negate, but it can kind of be a negate in a lot of situations. The 3 trap cards for Zephyrus. So the side and extra, double Chaofeng, 1 Boxia, double Yazi, I think it's called. Cypher World Omega, Denglong, Metaphys Horus, Vermilion Dragon Mech, Mrs. Radiant, the Last Warrior, the last something alive. I think the Last Warrior Standing. The Last Warrior from Nether Planet. I honestly forgot his name. I know it's a fact, but I forgot his name. 1 Code Talker, 1 Decode Talker, 1 Link Rainbow, and 1 double Helix. For the side deck, we have 2 Eater of Millions, 1 Ghost Ogre, 2 Cherries, 1 Cyberstein. Oh, that's probably why you're playing it. Triple Wavering, Harpy's Feather Duster, unfortunately not in the TCG. Double MST. When have you seen anybody side MST? I mean, I thought we were past this. I thought Cosmic Cyclone and Twin Twisters, like MST. I can't tell if this is because budget options or if it's just because he actually prefers MST. So this is actually quite a meme right here. Double Torrential Tribute and the singular Mass Hero Darklaw. So yeah, Darklaw is actually being put in a lot of decks. I guess Heroes must be kind of a problem because he's not playing it in the actual extra deck. He's playing it in the side deck. So, in the case he ever actually faces Heroes, he could just cherries that Darklaw before they actually do anything. So that's actually pretty cool. So yeah. So if there's one thing I learned is that Subterrors are best when you barely play Behemoths. Well, I actually kind of already knew that. Behemoths don't really do too much for you other than Brick. Unless you're playing the Prediction Princess build, but even then, because you're playing so many Subterror Behemoths, it's very, very easy to brick like crazy because you're running all these high-level monsters and, kind of relying on a ritual monster that, although searchable, you won't always get it every game. So, yeah. And then this build, this is probably my favorite build of the 3 that we've seen today, just because it mixes Zephyrs and Subterrors. Even if very minimalistic, I think mixing these 2 archetypes is something that I might actually do in the future. Man, these Japanese players are just so creative, and this side and extra is looking real solid, especially with the Guru and the Fiendesses. We don't know when we're getting Guru here in the TCG. I'm hoping, maybe sometime next year, maybe in a gold edition, maybe it's just an import in one of our sets, but it's going to be something that I think Subterrors really need, and I think something Konami should really try to actually get here in the TCG, just for Subterror players. Because, it's actually doing real well in a format where Spiral players are everywhere. We're seeing these Subterror tops, so that means it must be something real good. Guru is a real solid card. Maybe not if you're playing, because, even I said myself that I thought, Guru was a subpar card just because of its need to have other Subterror cards although, you know, it can flip itself face down and, you know, trigger behemoths in your hand, you know, it can still brick pretty hard. You know, Subterrors can lose to like a single effect failure. You know, I've lost to a single effect failure before just because I couldn't flip my monster face down. Like, I went for Invoked Raijin, I couldn't flip my monster face down. All of a sudden, these behemoths are bricking in hand. The trap cards weren't really doing much for me. Next turn, my opponent he twin twisted my board, and then he went for game because, you know, the one card, you know, one effect failure, not even a Solemn Strike, because obviously Blue Eyes players don't really play too much back row, but, you know, like just a single effect failure just killed my entire strategy. How many decks lose to a single effect failure? Like, come on. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I guess that's really all I have to say for now. You know, the funniest thing is still not only, you know, other than playing Subterrors at bare minimum, that secret tech of Lord Guy the Fierce Knight is always going to be an amazing thing to me, just because, you know, I think it's like a nice way to like get yourself prepared for all these set rotations into Gateway of Chaos, making Gateway of Chaos a $15 card just because of that. You know, you can also set rotation Oracle of Zefra, but, you know, Zefra players still exist, so they probably would be happy if, you know, you gave them Oracle. But, you know, Gateway of Chaos is something that a lot of people don't have the proper cards for. So yeah. Now that's actually all for now. So see you guys on the next one. This was Nisha here. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.